Hello, my dear children of class 8A. Today again I welcome all of you through this mode of teaching, the online mode, and especially we are using YouTube mode. Okay, and in today's class we do continue with the last chapter as per the syllabus I had given for your final examination. Okay, and the chapter that we have started is electricity. And in today's class we start with one of the important topic, static electricity. Static what? Electricity. So children, you can find this in page number 120. And for information, we are not going to discuss in detail about all the topic. Okay, we discuss only those topics which are important for your examination. Okay, now static, the word static actually means rest. Static means what? Rest. And electricity actually related to the term known as electric charges. So children, you know, last time in the last YouTube video you learned about the origin of charges. So electric charges are always how many types? Two types. One is called positive charge and one is called negative charges. Okay. Now the study of these electric charges can be classified into two types. One is called static electricity, another is called current electricity. Another is called what? Current electricity. But what out here we are going to discuss in detail. First, static electricity. So static electricity is actually the concentration of electric charges. Concentration means the amount or the percentage of electric charges, both negative charge or positive charge, due to the imbalances of charges in an object. Imbalances means definitely there is an excess of charge or deficiency of charge. If there is any excess of charge or deficiency means lack of charge observed in an object, then that object acquire either positive charge or what charge? Negative charge. Okay, and these charges will remain at rest. These charges will remain at what? Rest. So the study of the electric charges, negative and positive charges in an object which is at rest, which are at what? Rest, is actually called static electricity. And so static electricity is also the concentration or the percentage of electric charges, negative or positive charge, due to the imbalances of charges in an object. So this is the statement of static electricity. And children, in order to understand this concept of static electricity, let's take a very simple example. Okay, and this example we can do at home also. Anytime we can do at home also. Okay, so what we do, we take a plastic comb. Yes, we take a plastic comb, and it is brought close to some bits of paper. So what we do when a plastic comb is brought close to some bits of paper means a very small piece of paper, the bits of paper do not get attracted to the comb. Yes, normally just keep the plastic comb near to the small bits of paper, you cannot see that bits of paper attracting towards the comb. But what happened when that comb is rubbed against your dry hair, usually our hair, but what hair? Dry hair, and then brought closer to the what? Bits of paper, they get attracted to the comb. So after rubbing the comb with the dry hair and just keep near to the small bits of paper, what we surprised to see that small bits of paper get attracted towards the what? Towards the comb. So why it happens? What is the reason that the small bits of paper after rubbing with the dry hair get attracted towards the dry comb? Now the reason is when the comb is rubbed against your hair. When you rub comb against the hair, that like you can see the picture given in the diagram figure also, the boy is rubbing comb in his hair. Okay, then it acquires an electric charge. So comb acquire what charge? Electric charge. Okay, so basically what type of charges will acquire? Negative charge. And you have learned, children, in details, a body acquire negative charge when there is an excess of electrons, and body acquire positive charge when there is lack of electrons. Okay, means there is some loss or transfer of electrons takes place. Okay, between the comb and the hair. But a comb acquire what charge? Negative charge. So as a result, a force is produced with which it attracts the bits of paper, and this force which produces between the bits of paper and the what? And the rubbed comb is usually called what force? The electrostatic force. What force? Electrostatic force. And form the basis of static electricity. Due to the force, what happened? That small bits of paper get attracted by the comb. Okay, and this branch of physics that deals with the study of static electricity, which involve electric charges. The force between them and their behavior is called electrostatics. Means the study or the branch of physics that deals with the study of static electricity, involvement of electric charges, the charges which are at rest, the force between the charges and their behavior will study in what? Electrostatics. So children, the concept of electrostatics you are just learning in class 8, but I'll tell you that when you reach to class 12, you learn in more details about electrostatics. Okay, but the small piece of paper which get attracted by the comb is due to the force that is generated, okay, due to the charge acquired by the what? Comb. Okay, and this charge attract the small piece of paper. You can see the diagram. The charge attract by the small piece of paper is attracted by the comb, is due to the what force? Electrostatic force. And due to this electrostatic force, the comb attract the small piece of paper. And this study is actually comes under electrostatics, and that branch of physics is called electrostatics. And the study of this attraction is actually static electricity. Okay. Now, in electrostatics, there is a law, and this law is very important, and the law name is called law of electrostatic attraction and repulsion. And in order to understand law of electrostatic attraction, children, this is law of attraction and repulsion. We understand that when an object is charged, you can charge object a positive charge or negative charge, then it exerts, means that object acquire a force on another object. But if two objects having a charge, like let's take positive charge or negative charge, then there is always a brought closer together, then always there is a repulsion takes place. They repel each other. The force exerted between them always try to push away from each other, and this force is called force of repulsion. Means they repel each other. That is, they push each other away But however, if you see, if two opposite objects having opposite charges means like one is positive charge or negative charge, one is negative charge or positive charge. If they are brought closer to each other, then they attract each other. That means they try to pull each other. Okay. So this force is called the force of attraction. Thus, I can say that like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. Like you can see, positive charge repel each other. That means the force exerted to each other, they are pushed away from each other. Like charges, this is also like charges, negative charge, they also exert a force to each other, and that's why they push away from each other. But once is negative charge, one is positive charge, they are brought closer to each other. They also exert a force, but they try to attract each other. Means they try to pull each other. Okay, and this is called unlike charges. This is for like charges. But between the like charges, there is always a repulsion takes place, and between unlike charges, there is always an attraction takes place. And this attraction and repulsion are the what force? As I said, electrostatic force exerted by between the charges. Okay, that's why the statement of law of electrostatic attraction and repulsion simply say that law of like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. So this is the law of electrostatic attraction and repulsion. So children, remember this. In case of static electricity, there is always a law that we need to understand and to state, that is called like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. And this law is called law of electrostatic attraction and repulsion. And children, in the next YouTube video, you learn about the law of conservation of charge, conductor and insulator. Okay, so we do in the next class, next video. So we do continue in the next video with the other topics.